What's up, family? Hey, I want to talk to y'all about this really good book that I read well over 10 years ago. Instead of posting pictures of books, I'm going to start telling you a little bit about the book. This book here is called Caught 'Em Slipping. Now, it's based out in Elizabeth, New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Brooklyn. Throughout the boroughs as well, but mostly in Brooklyn. Really good book about backstabbing, gangs, and murder, and all this other nonsense where you think somebody's your friend. Like a good statement I used to love that Buddy used to say to us all the time. My buddy James' grandfather named Buddy. He used to always be like, everybody's not your damn friend.
That's right.
True indeed.
That's right.
Sad to say, a lot of people found that out the hard way in here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, when it came down to reading, I never did like it. But ever since I got with my baby, he put me up on reading. Mm-hmm. And obviously our daughters as well. Mm-hmm. And as long as you find a great book, it's that you will catch yourself reading more than what it is. That's what happened to me. Cool. But I'm going to tell you something about this book. It's awesome. It's phenomenal. You got to get this book. Especially where we live at, that this has happened. Mm-hmm. It puts you into the book. It puts you into that world.
Yes.
And I tell you, it took when I picked up a book, it actually takes me about a month or so to read it, but this took me less than 1 week. That's how good it was.
As it called, the page turn.
Yes. Even when I was cooking, I could not put this book down. I was actually reading.
I know that feeling because I used to be like that. I would go to the doctor's appointment, got my book. I would go to the dentist's appointment, got my book. My book was like my cell phone. You know, a lot of y'all can't leave the house without your cell phone. That's how I felt with a good book. Anytime I got a good book. I go to court, whatever, or jury duty, got my book with me. Yeah. Anywhere I go, I'm like, nah, I gotta have my book with me, man. I need my book. Like, I'm a fiend for reading, which is a great thing. Now, I'm gonna just tell you a little bit about the book so you'll understand why we say it's so good. And we're not getting no money for this. It ain't like we promote. This book is well over 10 years. Like I said, I read it ago. It's an old book, but it's a great book.
It's off the hook.
For example, I'll give you a little bit about the book. In the beginning of the book, typical story we're all familiar with. The guy is at the local store and he sees the girl with the pretty face, the tight waist, and he falls for it. And he want to get with her. But what he don't know is that girl and her actual boyfriend, they do this all the time. They set guys up. He send her out as the bait. The guys fall for it. Next thing you know, she's all seductive with him, this and that. Laughing at all his jokes, get him all alone in the house, in an apartment somewhere that she got, and she always goes to the back while he's butt-ass naked in the bed or in the tub. She always makes sure she get with one of these thugs that got money, or ones that's always bragging about got money. And so she unlocks the door, lets the boyfriend in, he comes in, robs the dude, and boom, kills the dude. And this throughout the whole book, this type of betrayal is going on, sometimes with their own friends, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's why in every episode that something happens, that's why it says caught them slipping. Yeah. Because they slip in such a stupid way that it's like, what, for you to be a street smart out there, it's like, how do you even felt for this situation? But I tell you, a lot of guys,
oh, she looks so good. Yes. She's so pretty. Hey, look, looks is not everything. Looks will get your ass killed. Just like in this book. I could kill less. If you ain't got nothing upstairs in your head and all you got is a pretty face, yeah, you could kick rocks, as they say. I could give a damn about you being pretty. What ambitions you got? But anyway, as I always say, I digress. We're talking about the book. I'm going to give you something else even crazy about the book. The dude, the main character, Shyrock, who's setting up mad people.
And supposedly he's a street smart.
Yeah, but like they say,
smart.
What comes around?
But yes, what comes around... What comes around
goes around. Yes. So in the end, you know, they always come back. You doing all this dirt. It's going to come back on you. But I'm going to give you something else real crazy. His main assassin, the dude, there you go, Kyle. Like I said, I read this a long time ago, but I still remember the characters. That's one thing about, I have a vivid memory where you give me a book I read 20 years ago. Give me 5 minutes, I guarantee you I'll find a chapter of whatever it is you're talking about. Just give me 5 minutes. I could dissect it real quick. But anyway, check this out. Kyle was a military cat in the military. And while he was in the military, his wife wrote him all these deranged and disrespectful letters that she broke up with him. She no longer wanted to be married, sent him divorce papers and everything. And he couldn't understand it. He was already going through stuff in prison with the PSD, post-traumatic syndrome, from the military. But when he came home, he was deranged and couldn't believe that's his house that she's living in with another man on that OJ shit. But anyway, so when he comes home, not only do he approach her and they get in a big argument, he see another man in his house, he kills the man, which is crazy. Not only he killed, I think he stabbed him with a pencil in the eye, and then he just beat the hell out of him.
Yes,
and he left him in a chair while he began to rape his wife, which is, this dude was really deranged. And then not only that, then he kills the boyfriend, puts him in the closet, and then he kills the wife. That ain't the just crazy thing, even though that's crazy. It gets more crazy because not only do he kill the wife, he now, throughout the course of he killing for the dude, Shyrock, certain bodies he would bring back to the house, and he put him in the basement, the closet, whatever. But his wife's body, he got her in the bed with him sleeping every night. You know, the dude was what you call a necrophiliac. And so what he was into was called necrophilia, which means to have a sexual sensation for a dead corpse. Yo, so this dude was having sex with his dead wife for weeks and weeks. Like, yo, you sick as hell. So it wasn't until later down in the book where the cops came to the house and now they had a big shootout. And his boy Shyrock was watching this right on the news and they explained it was dead bodies and his wife. So his boy Shyrock, although he knew he was crazy, he really didn't know just how crazy this Joker really was.
Yes, but what he went wrong is that he had to take medication. And I think he was even supposed to be supervised. But as long as he was by himself, he never took the medication. And but I really did like the Cal because you really
loyal.
He's very loyal.
But he was crazy.
And he
was
crazy. Nuts.
He was crazy.
Yes.
And like I said, these are one of the many books I read so long ago. I don't particularly read all these gangster books no more. I love assassin books. I love financial books nowadays. But as I said, this was something I read a long time ago. I was shocked my wife didn't read it. So when she was looking for something very interesting to read, I brought this to her attention. And as she was reading it, she would call me while working and say, "Babe, how did you didn't tell me about this book?" And I was like, I'm shocked she didn't read it because this is one of the top books. This is a very good book. But this is something we do a lot. And in every healthy relationship, when you got something so simple as a good book amongst each other, you have even more healthy things to talk about amongst each other. Your difference of opinions of the book, of the characters, of what situations. And it's even more healthy to have that bond with your loved ones. I do the same thing with my daughters. A lot of the books that I read when they was little, I couldn't wait till they get older. And I said, I'm going to save them. I want them to read this book and that book. And we have great dialogue with stuff like this. But once again, this book is called Caught 'Em Slippin'.
Yes, please get it.
Trust me, you'll love it.
You will not regret it. Get the book. Caught 'Em Slippin'.
Hey, so as I always say, peace. I love being me. I love reading. Take it easy.